Yeah, why don't we just go to Scottie just because we mentioned him a little bit to start here.
Okay, so I'll just give you the floor on Scottie. Where are you at with him?
Also, guy. I mean, he's been great. He's exceeded what my expectations were. I had him, I think seventh because I think fifth I had Kuminga, sixth I had Franz, seventh I had him. Seems low. Toronto is a team where I didn't know how the personnel was going to work with him because when Pascal Siakam was out and Precious Achiuwa kind of slid in, I thought Barnes was taking advantage, in a good sense, of these added offensive touches. And then when Pascal came back, I didn't know if the offense would be the same way. And it's been better. I mean, he's shooting 36% from three. Never thought that would happen. And the jumper looks clean. It looks consistent. There was a game last week where he had the ball like the elbow with his left hand. He made one dribble, kind of stutter step back, squared up and shot. And I audibly said to myself as I watch games a lot, I said, who the hell is this? Because he had never taken shots like that. I just hadn't seen him hit it and look so fluid that way. He didn't take more than 3 threes in a game the first month of the season. And you can tell he's believing in it because since then he started firing at an average of 4 a game and shooting 40% in that stretch. Pair that with the rebounding, the initiating the offense, the energy throughout the game. It's just a home run pick by Toronto. They stuck to their mantra and they stuck to their mission statement of these big, lengthy wings, and it's paid off. They didn't really listen to the noise about him not being a shooter or be able to play in longer stretches. And another guy who has been better than I thought he would be and looks like an awesome fit in Toronto.
So I pulled up my numbers that I have on Scottie shooting before he got to Toronto. I have 35 games of high school and AAU sample from Scottie Barnes. He made 13 of 58 from 3. In Florida State, in 24 games, he made 11 of 40 from 3, 6 of 19 from mid-range. So 30% from mid-range, 27% from 3. 13 of 58 in the high school and AAU sample is what? That's going to be like under 25%.
Sounds right. Pull it up here.
So you just kind of look at that. And I mean, you even go back and look at his
22.
Yeah. His preseason and summer league numbers, he was at 33% as a shooter. So the fact that over his last, I think 11 games, because I wrote about rookie rankings today, he's taking 4 threes and has made them at a 40% clip per game. It's absolutely the shooting improvement from Scottie Barnes that we've seen has been drastic. You and I loved him as a guy that will make energy plays happen and will be a high level role player on great winning teams, I think is where we fell. Right?
Plug him into Golden State. He's the 4th guy. Awesome. That'd be the role.
We thought top 60 guy in the NBA, top 50 guy in the NBA at some point, Andre Iguodala and his ability to play point guard and defend multiple positions and be a super switchable guy. We were fans of Scottie Barnes throughout the course of the year. And I did not see, this is where we completely misevaluated. It's just the jumper, right?
Did we misevaluate or Toronto appropriately evaluates the question?
Well, I don't even think we misevaluated given the numbers, but clearly we didn't trust the kid enough to improve because every single human being that you talk to about Scottie Barnes will just say, this is an elite character person, unbelievable worker, incredible human being, across the board. People love Scottie Barnes. So maybe that's what we underrated. We underrated his capacity to improve as a player. And, I think that this is what we see. Shooting is something that can be improved in the NBA. I can't remember a player that has gone from the level that Scottie was at as a shooter to where he is pretty confidently right now since Kawhi. That is genuinely what we're talking about here in terms of improvement. So,
Lordy, if he's Kawhi, that's beyond a home run pick. That's
well,
a grand slam pick.
I don't think he's Kawhi necessarily in terms of his talent. I just mean in terms of the jump from final year in college to first year in the NBA as a shooter.
Yep.
I think that like the last time I've seen something like this is like 10 years ago with Kawhi.
Yeah, I was talking to a fellow draft analyst last night via text, and the line he said about Scottie Barnes was he has a generational personality. He asked who else is in the, like that in this upcoming draft. I said, I have no idea, but there's nobody like that kid. And
Yeah.
beyond the numbers, too, we don't try to be total eye test people. The misses for Scottie Barnes, like it wasn't close. Like there was some
Oh,
stuff.
horrible.
So like the
Yeah.
first half last night of Wisconsin Purdue, somebody who wasn't watching the game tweeted at me, texted me, said, "Why does Jaden Ivey have 2 points or 1 point?" I said, "Well, he had a couple shots rim out." And he did. Like they were good looks. They just went in and out. Scotty's would be like air ball, short, way right. He doesn't follow through. He chases it. It just all seems so much more comfortable with him now.
It was so robotic. His jumper was so robotic, mechanical, like not fluid. And look, like even with Toronto, like I don't think it's the most fluid looking thing in the world. Like it's not
Better.
like he's like getting in and out of like complex ball handling moves and, you know, pulling up from, you know, 30 feet or even from 12 feet, right?
Yep.
But the thing is that he's 6'9" with a 7'2" wingspan.
That helps.
And he doesn't need that, right? Like he doesn't need the crazy complex, like shiftiness stuff. Yeah. I mean, Scottie Barnes, I would take Scottie Barnes at 3 in this draft pretty comfortably right
Yeah,
now.
agreed.
And I had him, I think, at 6 pre-draft. Mm-hmm. So yeah, Toronto nailed it. Toronto did a phenomenal job. That's the biggest thing. And plus, like he's a good defender. I think that like he has struggled a little bit more in space this year than what I thought he would. He looks I don't want to say slower. It just looks like he's still like learning what it takes to defend like great players night in, night out, whenever he's forced to defend on an island against good guards when he gets matched up with them. Right. Like it's fine. I think he'll figure it out. I think he's going to be a great defender. Maybe not quite like the all defense guy that we thought based off of his first year, but definitely like a super plus defender based off of everything I've seen so far.
Yeah, totally. So with